The boy makes a secret wish every day.
하느님, 제발 우리 아빠 좀 죽게 해주세요.
He wished for this until he was 32 years old. When his father was at his weakest in an accident, he removed his father's tubes with his own hands. He thought his father had ruined his life, because his father had been in the nightclub business for 30 years. For 30 years, his father had been doing that kind of business in nightclubs. Such a shameful reputation, that caused him to be the target of insults. He became the target of insults from the school bullies. He never dared to like any girl. Whenever he talked to other girls, the school bully would block him in the toilet. He would force him to perform some messy things, and then in front of the whole class, he would tell the whole class about the toilet. But such verbal insults were tolerable. The worst part was when the school bully asked him to do his homework. He had to finish 3 assignments in an hour, no matter if he could deliver on time or not. The school bully, Pang, would always find a reason to make him imitate a pig's walk in front of the class. Of course, the boy resisted, but he was too weak to fight. He also asked his parents for help, but the bully's family was rich and powerful. His mother's only solution was to transfer to another school. Jing Min was completely devastated, because as long as someone transfers to another school, the school bully, Ah Peng, will tell the scandal to the bully at the new school. The treatment would only get worse. This suffocating shadow lasted for 15 years. The only way to live a normal life was to take regular tranquilizers. But fate is really amazing. Jingmin happened to see the school bully Pang on the roadside. At that time, Pang was poor. He ran a car repair shop that was on the verge of bankruptcy. And Jingmin, by years of hard work, now is the boss of the taxi company. He changed his name to Nam Ki Chol. Pang had forgotten what he looked like. When he heard he was the boss of the taxi company, he immediately became very respectful. He even invited him to the factory. Kyungmin knew that this was the right time to open his heart. As long as the other party an apology, his own depression, there is a possibility of recovery. But when Jingmin brought up the topic of secondary school, Pang made a joke about the bullying. There wasn't a trace of apology on his face.
그때 재밌는 추억이 진짜 많았는데.
Jing Min finally realized it's impossible for a bad person to become good out of nowhere. And the best way to get rid of his fear, the best way to get rid of the fear, is to give it back to him. So Jing Min immediately had a plan. He first signed a contract with Pang's garage, let his company's nearly 100 taxis all come to him for repair and maintenance. In just 1 year's time, the high maintenance fee has turned Ah Peng became the most profitable garage owner in the area. Then in the Peng life, when he had unlimited hope, he is picking a suitable time to kill Peng, to make him feel the powerlessness of dashed hopes. But just when he was about to get his hands on him, Peng suddenly received a call from his wife, said she took her son back to her mother's home. Jing Min looked at the family photo hanging in the office, gradually changed her mind. She proposed to go to Peng's house for a drink tonight. Of course, Ah Peng was eager to do so, but I did not expect that after 3 rounds of drinks, Jing Min suddenly took out a knife, said his real identity. The fat man was chained to the wall. His body is evenly coated with strong glue. As soon as he left the wall, his skin would inevitably tear, and the old classmate in front of him gave Fatty Pang a chance to survive. Classmates want him to imitate the stupid pig walking, crawling around the room, just like in secondary school. Pang forced him to crawl in the classroom. Fatty endured the severe pain and tried, but the pain of skin tearing is no different from passing away. Savvy knew he couldn't do it. He just wanted to see if the feeling of being dead is worse than being alive, could make him repent, but it's a pity.
나 중학교 때 일 때문에 그러는 거야? 그거 애들 장난이잖아. 다 그러고 놀잖아.
Kyungmin is determined to kill, with a dagger, cut dozens of wounds in his skin, and picks the spot where the nerve of pain is strong. Finally the moon looked down. When the police arrived, Peng was already dead. No one knows what happened, only the words left on the wall. It reads, Jong-suk, Jong-suk, don't forget what we did in junior high. The Jong-suk written on the wall, that's the police officer in front of us. He was also Kyungmin's best friend in middle school. And it's not the first time he's seen this kind of talk. Because just 2 days ago, Jingmin's wife suddenly died at home. The same words were left on the glass. It turns out that Jingmin has been living the pain of being the school bully's lord and had long been planning a rather grandiose, multiple vengeance plan. His wife didn't want to see him suffer every day, and she didn't want him to commit a crime. So 2 days ago, he put a lot of sleeping pills in Jingmin's tea, waiting for Jingmin to take effect. He prepared a pot of charcoal, let the smoke fill the whole room, to make sure he could die. Then he also swallowed a whole bottle of sleeping pills, accompanying her husband on the road. But unexpectedly, Jingmin has been taking antidepressants for a long time. The body has long developed a drug resistance. Soon came back to life. He tried desperately to save his wife, but his wife is not. He finally left. From this moment onwards, there was no one in the world who truly loved him, so he found the school bully, Pang, who used to bully him, and carried out his revenge plan. Of course, the police didn't know the whole story, but Jong-suk looked at the body in front of him. He's very sure that Jingmin, he didn't just kill Pang, because the person who bullied Jingmin the most back then wasn't Pang, it was the richest kid in school, Kong Min. What's even more frightening is, with Jong-suk's understanding of Jingmin, all the abusers and bystanders back then, in Jingmin's perception, every one of them is guilty. This timid boy was bullied again. The bully made him lie on the ground and imitate a pig's walk. Most of his classmates just stood by and watched. Some of them even went up to give him a kick. Kyungmin looked up in despair, looked to his best friend, Jong-suk, but Jong-suk also chose to remain silent. After class, Jingmin said he didn't blame Jong-suk, because the school bully's family owns a hospital. People can't afford to mess with him. He also told Jong-suk. He told Jong-suk to wash the fishy smell off his clothes. If the school bully finds out Jong-suk's family is a poor fish seller, he'll be insulted as well. Jong-suk couldn't sleep at night. He washed his uniform over and over again. He didn't want to get the smell of his family's fish, but as he washed it, Jong-suk felt ashamed of his behavior, so he went to the homeroom teacher's door. He dropped a letter of complaint into the suggestion box. Then he went home in peace. But when he grew up, Kyungmin, who was bullied, became a murderer. She killed one of the bullies with her own hands, and Jong-suk is now a police officer. At Kyungmin's house, I found a lot of textbooks on criminal psychology and anatomy textbooks, and found out that Kyungmin wanted to kill all the perpetrators and bystanders, a total of 31 people. Jong-suk deduced that the most likely next target should be Kong Min, the rich kid who bullied the most back then. So he went to Kong Min's hospital. He warned him to be careful, but Kong Min was still as crazy as ever.
되게 가난했잖아. 야, 너네 부모님 아직도 그 생선장수 하시냐? 어? 응? 아직 냄새가 나는 것 같기도 하고.
The always arrogant Jeongmin could not believe. Does that cowardly Kyungmin really dare to come to him? Jong-suk didn't want to talk to him. He had to go and inform the others first, but he soon realized Kyungmin didn't come to Kongmin first. But after killing Pang, she went straight to her homeroom teacher, because Jingmin was forced to learn to crawl like a pig. The class teacher saw but did not help, just a perfunctory sentence to return to their seats, and also made Jeongmin class president.
형판만 좋으면 네가 교실에다 똥을 싸놔도 사람들이 널 칭찬하게 될 거야.
And Jong-suk's letter in the suggestion box, the homeroom teacher didn't say anything when he saw it, and he created a coincidence. Kong Min saw the contents of the letter. Kong Min knew that it must be one of them. That's why she bullied them even more. The police don't know what happened. The class teacher was heavily protected. When Kyung Min came to assassinate, he was immediately arrested by multiple police cars. Jong-suk was worried about an accident, so he called Kong Min to go to the police station to hide, but he didn't expect it. When the police stopped Kyung Min's car, the guy who escaped was an imposter, and Kong Min, who was on her way to the police station, happened to pass by. Seeing someone arrested, he finally breathed a sigh of relief.
저기 아저씨, 경찰서가 이게 왜 이렇게 멀어요? 오랜만이네, 반장?
This is this year's highest-rated revenge Korean drama, The King of the Pigs Causeway. People say it's a cool drama, but in the end, I felt very depressed and endless darkness. If you do not have a strong tolerance, if you're not strong enough, you should stop here.